Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at two specific coins here. So one of them I'm looking to buy as much of, hodl basically, on spot, and the other one I'm trying my hardest, trying desperately to get a really good entry position because I'm expecting a very big move from it. So first of all we'll look at basic attention tokens. So this is what I'm doing a lot of my attempts to trade a mega trade basically with my Bityard account, because I know that it wants to move, and it definitely does want to move. And what we have here is this descending trend. We're basically in this sort of descending triangle formation essentially, and it's basically been wrecked in many ways. It's definitely a bit of a wrecked coin. Now it really did do a massive move here, so you can really should really be expecting a prolonged pullback from it. But at the moment, yes, there is a prolonged pullback taking place, or should I say has taken place. I think that the bottom is likely to have been in now, and when we're looking at some of these indicators here, it suggests that even though there's very low volume, extremely low volatility on it right now, it's priming itself to do something enormous. Now, yes, there's a death cross back here. Yes, we're beneath this trend line, and yes, basically it's beneath this giant Ichimoku cloud. So in those respects, that's what's keeping it down. However, the money flow index hit a really low point here, and not very often do we get low points of that nature, and usually when you do, it's ready for a buy. Now what we saw here, we saw it get hit that low, but unfortunately this was invalidated in a way because this was the top of a parabolic move. But what we saw is the opposing thing here, where there was basically a top. That was where the top was printed. We came out to the top here, and basically that was enough for us. Had to get out of that level. Again here, it's telling us that the top had been printed. Yeah, it did rally up a little bit more, but then it crashed as a result of that. So we can measure that out from where that top was printed, or we can just measure that very top here to the bottom there, 20% downtrend. So the money flow index for me is always a really decent indicator of where to buy at, and you saw a decent low being printed here on the money flow index, basically right on the money there, and you could have sold it all the way to I would have probably got out around this level, and that's a 76% move. So I'm kind of looking for something similar to that. Now it doesn't make it very easy for me because I'm trading leverage trades on this. I'm only doing 5x's or 10x's depending on how confident I'm feeling, but every time I'm not getting stopped out, but I see it's not really working. Sometimes I get stopped out, sometimes I'm not, but I am looking for a big move. Now I'm talking a big move as in like a minimum of around 20% to a maximum of around maybe even 100%. So that obviously would be a phenomenal trade if I were to get it, and that is what I'm trying to get. Now every time we poke our little wicks above this descending trend, we get brought back down within it. But today is the first day technically that we have opened above, or should I say yesterday closed above the center of the Bollinger Band on the daily. Even though that's severely downwards facing, there is a long way to go on this, but I desperately want to catch this trade because I know that it's going to take place. It's definitely going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. And I want to catch it on a leverage trade. I don't really want to be buying it on spot because I have more higher hopes on spot over the long term for Ocean, and I don't want to be really getting out of this position because I expect even bigger moves with this one on spot. Now I don't want to trade this on a leverage. I just don't want to do it. I want to hold as much of it as I can for the long term, and I'm talking towards the end of the bull run next year. This one is likely to have it reminds me of Link, in fact, very much like Link. So we've got an anticipation that it might be listed on Coinbase. It's got a lot of integrity to it. It's already been I suppose facilitated in Germany's government, from what I understand. It has access to an enormous market cap if it were to just tap into it. The fundamentals are definitely there, much more than any of these other coins that you often see floating around with competitors. There's not really any competitors with this one. This one is its own thing, and it's likely, very likely I'd say, to do a kind of a chain link style move. I mean, just on my Telegram we've been trading this and buying it in here, there and everywhere. I bought it around 41, and so even that move just there is a 50% increase, but I have been obviously buying and selling it. to try and accumulate more, but it's getting to the point now where I feel like that actually might be a little bit deadly to keep trying to do that, and that hodling it might just be the best course of action at this point now, because it's showing extreme resilience in the against the rest of the market. So you might think that yes, we're at a very high point now and we're likely to pull back, and you're probably right, to be honest. We probably are looking to pull back, but there is every chance that we don't, and that we just go parabolic from here. We are very close to printing an all-time high with the candle body. We're not quite there yet, and probably would like to be, probably going to get rejected if we do, but if we don't, we will just go parabolic on this one, and we'll be looking to double, triple, quadruple, maybe even more our money in what could be a quite short space of time. So this one is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best tokens, one of the best altcoins to purchase at the moment for the long run. I don't have anything negative to say about it, not even when it comes to the chart. There's nothing to say bad about it. There's nothing bad fundamentally about it. It looks strong as, and even when there's downtrends in the market, this hasn't been downtrending. There's so much buying pressure on this one, it's just untrue. So like I say, I'm willing to hodl this one now and see how this one goes. And I just wanted to say, you heard it from me first, this is looking like the new Chainlink style chart. What we could be looking at here, by the way, could be a cupping handle. Just to let you know, there's a very, very strong chance that this, and that's a not very good line, is it? Why is it that colour? Why is it that silly colour? Is now the cup, and the handle has been printed just very recently. So I'm not one for trading these kind of things, but if that is the case, then that would suggest that we do go parabolic. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. That's two choices that you've got to make your mind up about. But again, I'm not your financial advisor, so don't take what I say as anyway near financial advice. It certainly is not. But as far as these two tokens are concerned, I've got very high hopes for them in the short term, and this one specifically the long term. So I'm going to leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.